Are you struggling to adjust the brightness of your Windows 10 screen? You're not alone. This common problem can be caused by a variety of factors, including outdated or corrupted drivers, misconfigured power management settings, and even hardware issues. But don't despair. This detailed guide provides 15 actionable solutions to help you fix the most common Windows 10 brightness problems instantly. Whether you are dealing with a screen that's too bright or too dim, or brightness controls that simply aren't working, we have got you covered. This video tutorial will walk you through the troubleshooting methods step by step so you can get your screen back to its optimal brightness in no time. I'll show you how to reduce PC brightness Windows 10, how to check your drivers and power settings, and run diagnostic tools, and much more. And if you would like to receive more Windows 10 tips and tricks like this in the future, be sure to subscribe to my channel right away. Also, before we dive into the actual troubleshooting steps, let's try some simple methods to increase or decrease Windows 10 brightness. This will help us rule out any minor issues. Again, please note that my screen recorder may not visualize the brightness changes as I demonstrate in this video, so you may not need to try all of these solutions. What works for one user might not work for another, so be careful. Alright, let's start by learning how to decrease Windows 10 brightness using slider. First, click on the battery icon on the bottom right corner of your screen, then drag this slider all the way to the left and see if it decreases the brightness. To increase, you can slide it to the right. Windows 10 brightness problem fixed using the settings app. Now if that doesn't work, open the settings app. You can do this by pressing the Windows +I hotkey on your keyboard or by right clicking on the start menu and selecting settings. Once you're in the settings, click on system, then select display. Now on the brightness and color, drag the slider all the way to the left to decrease the brightness and to the right to increase the brightness. Also, if you can't increase brightness Windows 10, try using keyboard controls. Most laptops also have keyboard shortcuts for adjusting brightness. The specific keywords will vary depending upon the manufacturer and model, but look for the keys with a sun icon on them. On some models, you may need to press the function key labeled as FN and the brightness key simultaneously. Moving on, you can also use the Windows Mobility Center for how to fix Windows 10 brightness problem. Open the Windows Mobility Center, right click on the battery icon in the taskbar and select Windows Mobility Center. Alternatively, you can also press Windows +X and then select Windows Mobility Center from a variety of options here on the left. On the Windows Mobility Center, you can use this slider to increase or decrease the brightness of your screen just like the way you did it before. Brightness in battery saver mode. This is a feature inside Windows 10 made to save your battery life when you are running low on power, and good solution on how to fix screen brightness in Windows 10. Let's try this. Press Windows +I, it will launch settings. Go to system. Then select battery from the left hand sidebar. Uncheck this box that says lower screen brightness in battery saver and then see if it actually works. Just remember one thing, this would only be tested when your power saving mode is turned on, and you can do that by clicking on the drop down list underneath, turn battery saver on automatically it, and select the percentage of charge when you want to automatically turn on the battery saver. You can also set it to never or always. Or click on this battery icon at the bottom right corner of the window taskbar and drag the slider to the left. Immediately turn on the battery saver, but your charger must be disconnected for this. Adaptive brightness or automatic brightness. Sometimes simply disabling and re-enabling automatic brightness can fix the problem. If you want Windows to automatically adjust brightness based on the current lighting condition, you can enable or disable this feature in the settings app. For those that are using a virtual environment or some older versions of Windows 10, you can find an option underneath the brightness and colors that will automatically change the brightness when turned on and when lighting changes in the background. But for those that are not using a virtual environment or the older version of Windows or operating Windows in real hardware in the latest versions, this option might not be there. Another way to get this option is by right clicking on the battery icon on the bottom right corner of the taskbar, then select power options. Or you can press Windows +R hotkey to launch the run dialog box and type in power cfg.cpl. Do whatever makes you feel easy and comfortable. Both of these methods will open the power option settings. Inside power option settings, click on change plan settings, then select advanced power settings. Scroll down and expand the display options. As I said before, here some of you may find the options for changing the adaptive brightness or so-called automatic brightness, but for those like me who couldn't find it, we can do it by executing certain commands inside the command prompt. Let's do it. Press Windows plus R again, type CMD, and this time hold down the Control and Shift key together and press enter. Then click on S to grant permissions and open the command prompt with administrative privileges. When you're in the command prompt, you need to execute a few commands. I will write all of these down either on the description box or the pinned comment section where there's a space slot. There are 4 conditions to consider: charging, not charging, enabling adaptive brightness, and disabling adaptive brightness. The commands differ for each condition. Alright, here are the commands, but I won't run them now. Please note them down or copy and paste them into a separate notepad file. Then depending upon your situation, copy and paste the command into a console and press enter to see if it affects your computer's brightness. By the way, this is also a common solution for them who are looking for how to fix automatic brightness in Windows 10. To enable adaptive brightness or automatic brightness while your computer is plugged in, use this command. To disable the automatic brightness in charging mode, use this command. To enable adaptive brightness, automatic brightness on battery power, use this command. Similarly, use this command to disable automatic brightness in Windows 10 when you are not charging. If none of these solutions work, don't worry, I have a few more for you. Just keep watching video till the end. Reset display settings to defaults. This will reset all of your display settings, including your automatic brightness settings, and a good recommendation is tips on how to solve Windows 10 brightness problem. To reset your display settings, open the power option as we did before. Then click on change plan settings, and then click on restore default settings for this plan, and then click on S. Now let's get into the actual troubleshooting steps. Run the Windows Troubleshooter. If you are still having brightness problems after checking your drivers and power settings, or looking for how to fix brightness problems in Windows 10, try running Windows inbuilt diagnostic tool. These tools can help you troubleshoot hardware and software problems, including the brightness issues. To run a diagnostic tool for your display, open the settings app. You can do this by pressing Windows plus I. Once the setting app is open, click on update and security. On the update and security page, click on troubleshoot. On the troubleshoot page, click on additional troubleshooters. Under fix and find other problems, click on power. Then click on run the troubleshooter. The troubleshooter will now scan for and automatically fix any problems that it finds. Follow the instruction on the screen to complete the troubleshooting process next. Update drivers. One of the highly recommended steps you should do to learn how to fix laptop brightness problem Windows 10 is to check your display drivers. An outdated or corrupted driver display can sometimes cause brightness problem. To update your display driver, open the device manager. This can be done by pressing Windows plus R and typing devmgmt.msc and by pressing enter. Make sure that you are connected to an active internet connection, as this might require you to download data from the internet. Once device manager is open, expand display adapter section and right click on your display adapter. Select update driver and choose next. If you have an outdated driver, Windows will show you a new version of the driver. All you have to do is select that particular driver and click on next. Windows will automatically install it. As you can see, I have already installed the latest display driver, so I don't need to do anything here. But if your driver is outdated, Windows will show you an option to update it. Windows will now scan and install the latest drivers for your display adapter. Not only that, expand the monitors section, then right click on the monitor name such as generic PNP monitor. Make sure that it is enabled, and there is a simple method to check it. When you right click on it, you will find the option to enable device instead of disable device. Here on my screen you can see that I have option for disable device, which means that the monitor is already turned on, so I don't need to do anything here. Next, after ensuring that it is turned on, all you need to do is click on update driver, then click on search automatically for drivers. To manually update your display driver, visit the website of your computer or graphics card manufacturer and download the latest driver for your device. You should also update the drivers for your batteries, computer, processor and system devices. I won't repeat the steps here as I have already updated my drivers and it would lengthen the video. Once you have updated your display driver, restart your computer and test the brightness adjustment steps I showed you earlier. But before you restart, there are a few more things you can do. Reinstall the drivers. If you are already using the latest drivers and your brightness issues persist, try uninstalling and reinstalling them. For example, some older AMD and Radeon graphics cards don't require external software for driver updates. Some people download third-party software to update their graphics card drivers, but this is completely unnecessary. Updating your drivers from the device manager as described above is sufficient for older models. To avoid conflicts, I recommend removing any unnecessary third-party graphics driver from the control panel. You can also try reinstalling your original drivers. To do this, right-click on your display adapter in the device manager and select uninstall device. After uninstalling your display adapter, restart your computer. Windows will automatically reinstall the latest drivers when it restarts. However, please wait a few minutes before restarting as we need to discuss a few more things beforehand. Check for Windows Update. Microsoft often releases Windows Update that fix known issues including Windows 10 Pro brightness problem fix. This has worked for me in the past. For example, when I bought a new laptop and the screen brightness controls weren't working, all I had to do was update Windows to the latest build. Keep in mind that this may require a large data download, so make sure that you are connected to a wireless network or have an unlimited data plan. Here is how to do it. Press Windows+I hotkey. Click on Update and Security. Click on Check for Updates. Wait until Windows is done checking for updates. If a Windows update is available, you'll see it in a list of available updates. Simply click Download and Install and wait for the process to complete. A notification will then appear informing you that the update has been installed. You will then need to restart your computer. Disable Fast Startup. Fast Startup is a feature in Windows that can help your computer start up faster. However, it can sometimes cause problems with brightness and other power settings. To disable Fast Startup, press Windows R to open the Run command prompt. Type in Control, click OK or press Enter. Click on System and Security. Click on Power Options. Click on Choose what the power buttons do. If you find that these options here cannot be controlled or modified, you'll have to grant administrative privileges, and it's simple to do that. Click on Change settings that are currently unavailable. Uncheck the box next to turn on Fast Startup recommended. Click Save Changes. You can now safely restart your computer. Still, if it didn't help, go to the next solution, which is boot into safe mode. If you are still having Windows 10 PC brightness problem fix issues after trying all of the above steps that we discussed earlier, you can try booting into safe mode. This will start Windows within a minimal set of drivers and services which can help you troubleshoot the problem. For a more detailed guide on how to enable secure boot in Windows 10, please check out the pinned comment or the link in the description of this video. I have already made a full detailed guide on this topic. For desktop computer, the above solution should work in 99% of cases. However, if they don't, it could be a hardware issue. Before taking your monitor to a repair shop, try this quick test for users with external monitors, not laptops. Adjust the brightness using buttons on the monitor itself for Windows 10 brightness problem fix desktop. On external monitors, you'll find buttons located somewhere at the bottom or back of the monitor. Try pressing the brightness controls to see if that helps. If it works, great. Otherwise, you may need to take your PC to a repair shop. Also, if you are using a desktop computer, try connecting to a different monitor to see if the brightness control works. This will help you determine if the problem is with your monitor or inside your computer configuration settings. And lastly, we have reset your Windows 10 installation. If you have tried all of the above steps and you are still having brightness problem in search of how to fix Windows 10 brightness control not working issue, you can try resetting your Windows 10 installation. This will reset all of your settings and remove all of your installed apps, but it should also fix any underlying problems within your system. However, this is the last resort. It can be a time-consuming process. It's also important to note that resetting your Windows 10 installation will erase all of your personal files on the C drive, so be sure to back them up before you proceed. To reset your Windows 10 installation, open the Settings app by pressing Windows+I hotkey and then go to Update and Security. recovery and click on get started under reset this PC. Then select keep my files. Also, please note that resetting your Windows 10 installation will erase all of your personal file and software, so be sure to back them up before you proceed. And if you are not comfortable resetting your Windows 10 installation by yourself, I recommend consulting with a technician or expert. Now, click on local reinstall and follow the on-screen instructions. I don't want to go further this because I don't want to reset my PC at this moment. Just make sure that you have full battery backup and power plugged in, as it may take an hour or two. After resetting the PC, the first thing you would want to do is update drivers and everything that I told you earlier, and that will be working fine. Finally, if you have tried all of the above and still having problems to fix brightness problem in Windows 10, please contact your computer manufacturer or a qualified technician for further assistance. If you want to check more Windows 10 tips and tricks like this one, be sure to check out this playlist. I'll leave the link to it in the description and pinned comment as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.